Hello and welcome back to the second part of docking in Kerbal space program, in which I will show you actual docking in this part, because last part was just launching and I had to relaunch this thing because when I undocked this part I realized that I cannot control it because I didn't have a command pod, so I just put it on here and everything is good and fine right now. So we are here in the orbit, right here, and we have to get here. Set a target, and because we're almost in the same orbit, it's gonna be a bit annoying to rendezvous with it. So I think the best way to do this is just to make our orbit a bit um, smaller than its, and then just go a few laps around the planet and we will eventually catch up to it. So I'll just warp a bit till we get to our apoapsis. Just a bit more. Yeah, that's good. And just burn a bit. Get our orbit to like 85. There we go. And then I get my periapsis. Just a bit more. And there we go. And let's face towards the retrograde. Oh god, this spins so slowly. This is quite a big thing. Oh god, the frame rate is so bad. I have to look into space if I want it to be a bit better. Okay, let's see. Equapsis. Down to 87. Okay. So now all I have to do is leave it at 50 times speed and just warp around the Kerbin for a number of times until we're gonna be pretty close to it. This is not a very good way to rendezvous. It's pretty bad actually, but because I had to relaunch this thing and just wanted to put it into orbit, that's where I ended up. It's a lot easier if we have two different orbits and to rendezvous with it, because if in the same orbit you do have to minimize your orbit or expand it according to what you need to do. But I'm catching up, Oops, on this one. There we go. As you can see, the distance is slowly but surely falling as we catch up to it, because we are moving a bit faster than station. Oh god, the frame rate! That's better. Got some lights, because I'm pretty sure we're going to be docking in the dark. 90% that I've ever docked that was in the dark. Is just how games work, I guess. They always give you the worst possible options. That looks pretty cool actually. The kind of crater thing on the planet. Yeah, we are catching up. God, this takes forever. Should have made the orbit smaller. But it's fine. Okay, I think we're close enough for me to start making a maneuver. I will get the maneuver node here if I'm not too late. Will be too late. Ah, god damn it. Move the node further on. $27, $29. This intersection. $27, $9. 28. I'm just trying to concentrate. This view is not the best view. I can't really see which way I need to go. So this is a pretty bad orbit. Not orbit, rendezvous point at 28 kilometers. To make a new one and do that fast. Oh, 11.7, not bad. The right way. 9 kilometers, 10 kilometers, 10.1, 10. Okay, well that's good enough. Let's find the maneuver node. Now this is going to be a very short burn. A little trick you can do if you see it spinning and you know if it would take a while to stop the spinning. You can just warp forward and then stop immediately like this. Okay. I'm meeting at 10.2 kilometers, that's not bad. And as he said, it is on the dark side, of course. Let's warp. Speed. Time, actually, not speed. And we'll have to rendezvous with it. And then eventually dock with it. So that's the thing we're going to do. And just a bit more. I want to start a bit early here. So I have to locate it. Well, before I do, I should just... Why do an RCS? Oh god, I have plenty. So the trick to rendezvous is always retrograde icon. This way you will cancel your velocity. Oh god, no. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, you gotta be kidding me now. Why is this spinning? Oh shit, I didn't want you to do that. And we might have a problem. We might have a big problem. I don't know why, but my engines seem to have no electricity provided, even though our batteries are full. Oh wait, I'm in docking mode for some reason. Never mind. Never mind. False alarm. False alarm, guys. So you retrograde icon, excuse me, and burn towards it. This way you will cancel your velocity to that of a target. So we'll be moving at close to the same speed. So I'm pretty much cancelled my velocity. And now I want to point towards the target. And this way I should see it there. There it is, 12 kilometers away. And I'll burn towards it. Don't want to burn too fast, because you will have to cancel that velocity out. And the faster you go, the more velocity cancelling you'll have to do. So we'll go at 150. And I'll start to turn the other way to get ready for the retrograde to turn the velocity down. warp time a bit. And you want to get as close as possible, and then just repeat the steps, and then get as close as possible, and repeat the steps. Now I'm gonna overshoot it a bit, because I started burning a bit too late. So now as you can see, I cancel my velocity and we're pretty much in the same, like the distance is not changing, we're almost in the same orbit. Actually we kinda are in the same orbit. Oh god. This thing can barely turn, but it's really sensitive when it comes to spinning. So once again, points toward the target and burn. I don't want to burn too fast. (30 meters per second) will do. And once again, get ready to cancel the velocity out. Just turn around. And I think if I'm gonna be close enough, we'll just drop this fuel tank. As you can see, we're getting near it. Start burning bit by bit, and a bit more, and way more. There we go, so we're pretty much stationary. Now I want to, if I remember what's the button, is it C? Oh, no, that's change the target. V, yep, camera free, orbital chase. So when docking, it's probably the best camera to use is chase camera. The target, ah shit, Jesus Christ, there we go. So chase camera, and you can see why it chases very nicely, and you can just look straight at it like that, and you can see things better. So I'll just point straight over the target and I'll decouple. Should have turned the lights on here. And this part, control from here. I probably don't have to do this, but why not? Turn the lights on. Set the target. Isn't this working? Engine. Yeah. Burn towards it ever so slightly. Turn around if I can with this slow thing. Right there. Wait till I get closer to it. Closer. Now, even me using RCS now changes the location because I do change my thrust. Even though it's very low, it still changes. So I have to take that into account. And okay. Now what I would like to do, a lot of people use the docking thing. I really don't like it, so I'm not comfortable with using this. So I just rebinded the keys. Pretty much the same thing to the numpad. So 3 and 9 would go up and down, 4 and 6 left, right, 8 and 2 forward and backward. So I find that way a lot easier for myself. So I'll select this as a target. What I'll do now is I have to turn first the right way. So we're on the same plane pretty much. Just more. That will, it will be a lot easier for me to control it. And there we go. So now I want to use 4. Wait. This camera is not very good. Chase camera. There we go. This is better. Do this. Oh Jesus Christ! I forgot to put SAS unit on. So this is gonna be a bit tricky. Control this. Now I have to use the WASD keys as well as the numpad. Right, as you can see, I'm getting there. It is working. It may not be the best method, but it's working. Now, just before we crash, I should slow down. Moving backwards a bit. Sorry if I'm not very talkative now. I'm just really trying to concentrate on this. It's not that hard when you get used to it, but I haven't played this game for a while, and I need to remember these things. Now I need to point my nose a bit like this, then go downwards. Wrong button. Yeah, if you would have SAS on it, would be about 10 times simpler. Because I have to use a num keys to do the translation and then use the WASD keys to counter that. But as long as it's working. I will have to install the mod which is the docking cam, so you can see with a camera in front of you where you're docking. It helps so much. Okay, so I'm almost there. I point my nose downwards and I think that'll be it. Oh no. This looks good, I guess. Yep, they're magnetized, that means it's good. So they're just gonna lock in place any minute. There we go. So that's docking. As you can see, it's really not hard. Um, I know the very first time I tried to dock, I looked at some tutorials, I'm like, oh, this is pretty easy. And then when I tried to do it, I was frustrated so much because I just couldn't do it. And I'm like, oh my god, that guy just made it look so easy. But it's really not hard. All we need is a bit of practice. Like, that's the main thing you need. So, on the module you're using, if you're docking something like this, if you have like a separate engine for the docking part, make sure you have a command pod, and to help you a lot more, an SAS unit, which I do not have. I put them on the engine part because I want to undock them, because I don't need SAS or command pod because they're already on this ship, in this one. But yeah, that was docking. That was the second part module of our space station. I think what we're gonna do is maybe off camera I'll add a few more modules, and I think we should really look into landing on the moon. So that's gonna be a near future. And as always, thank you for watching. Stay tuned, and if you like this series, please subscribe, leave a comment and a like. That's appreciated. And thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.